everybody. This is the TeamBoydTV Game Time. I be your boy, Big Q.
And I'm Bernie B.
And this is week 3. This is week 3. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So how you did your pick 'em? How you do?
Oh, I did bad. Every which way I did bad. I did bad with the picks between you and me. I did bad in the Pick'em League.
I was...
Listen.
Yeah.
There are 33 people in the Pick'em League.
33 people. You at the bottom?
I'm at 32.
Wow.
I'm really a giant.
Yeah. You feel you kind of emanate your team right now.
But this debacle will stop now.
Okay. I mean, let's hope so. I got some announcements. The Carolina Panthers are 2-0 right now. In case a lot of y'all didn't know, Oh, well, speaking of which, you and the boys, y'all had a good time on TeamBoydTV.
We had a great time.
Yeah, you had a good time, right?
At your expense.
At my expense. But see, you know what? I always had a last laugh. I don't know why y'all keep trying me like this. I always had a last laugh. I told y'all what was going to happen in this game, and I was right.
But you do realize it's week 2.
It don't matter what week it is.
Okay.
Because you know what?
Okay.
You sound like your brother-in-law JB right now.
Okay.
He all on Twitter talking about, Carolina Panthers act like they don't won the Super Bowl. Listen, it ain't about the win. I told JB this. It ain't about the win. It's about shutting y'all up. Because y'all was saying all this crap about the team, and the team still went out there and won for the second week in a row.
We will shut up about the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
When y'all put something in your trophy case.
Oh, look, keep talking. I'm just saying. Keep talking.
I'm a Carolina girl now in the region.
Right.
Okay, yeah. But I can't rep that team with no Super Bowl wins.
It don't even matter. It was a point in time when your team didn't have no Super Bowl.
When was that? We started the doggone league.
Y'all started. Every team started with 0 Super Bowl wins. Okay, and I'm saying our team is only 20 years old. It's only 20 years old. And the Twitter is going off already. The Twitter's going off already.
Okay. It better not be T-Money.
No, it's our good friend Justin Merkwa. Justin, what's happening? Justin says, nice. Okay, cool. Hey, look. No, Justin, look. I don't know if you understand this. I have a legion of faithful Carolina Panther fans.
Crazy.
Those are my people.
T-Money.
Those are my people.
Panther Nasty. Back up off my Twitter feed. Okay.
Those are my people.
I am not hating on your Panthers.
Those are my people. You hate.
I am not hating.
You be hating. Hey, well, listen. I want to give a shout out to T Money. Besides, T Money is like number 1. Well, I think he's tied for number 1. But he's tied. I think
he's number 1.
Oh, he's like a clear number 1.
Clear number 1.
Okay, so the Panther fan at the top.
Listen,
right?
I sent him a tweet. Okay. I'm not hating on no accounts. Yeah. Congrats.
I didn't see what Glass
finished.
But
it is week 2.
I didn't see what Glass finished at. I didn't get a chance to clown him.
But y'all, he's number 3 on the list. You're number 7.
I'm in the top 10. Yeah, I'm in the top 10. You know what I mean?
I'm not, ladies. That will change. I promise. I will do my job and represent.
Yeah.
Because I'm like the only one in the league, and I cannot be a bottom feeder.
Right.
It will not happen.
Right.
It's not cool.
It ain't cool?
No.
I'm saying I'm enjoying it right now.
Well, for this league.
Yeah.
For between you and I, you're only ahead of me by 2 games.
I'm ahead though.
So enjoy it.
I'm ahead though.
Enjoy.
See, look, there is a clear difference between winning and losing, and I want you to understand that you, ma'am, are a loser. You know what I mean? That's you, okay?
For week 2.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, for week 2.
I'm just saying, you're a loser. JB's a loser. Glass is a loser. All y'all losers.
But Carolina is not.
No, Carolina's 2-0.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your team again? Okay.
My team is 0-2.
Okay, all right.
They are bad.
Hey, listen, when we get
that's the thing with y'all.
What?
That's the thing with y'all. Y'all, everyone's Panther.
Yeah.
Where's all these Panther fans when they won't do crap?
Look. I don't know where they were.
Why everybody now is Panther fans?
I don't know where they were. I can't speak for them. I can only speak for me and the Panther Nation
faithful.
faithful.
That's how you know I'm a true fan. Because I represent G-Men. Terrible, sucky, bad, good. 3 Super Bowl rings, the whole 9. I represent good or bad. Okay. So I want to see the same dude by week 4 when y'all struggling.
We don't be struggling about on week 4, okay?
Oh, y'all, that's a Ravens game, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You best believe.
When Smitty light y'all up.
Don't make me talk about how they going to get that work. I already made a video about it.
Son.
I already made a video about it. I'm just saying. And not worried about it. I ain't worried until we go down to Louisiana to the Superdome. Then I'll start worrying. But right now, I'm feeling good. Okay. I'm feeling good. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a really, really good show for y'all tonight. I don't know how many of you guys were around earlier today. I had a special presentation of the Shield podcast where I delved into the Adrian Peterson situation a little bit.
I caught it.
You caught it? Yeah. You liked it? You liked it? It was good, right?
It was interesting.
Yeah. Wait, you like look, you'll get a chance. You'll get a chance tonight. Also, just a little while ago, a couple hours ago, the NFLPA and Ray Rice and his team of attorneys have formally submitted their appeal for Ray Rice indefinite suspension. Also, in Ray Rice news, there apparently are some teams shopping around for Ray Rice. We're going to talk about those things, right? And then, of course, we'll give you guys our Week 3 picks, which I know when it comes down to that prime time 8 o'clock game, I know which way she's going. I know which way the majority of America going to be going. But we'll talk about that when we get to that. You ready for the first break?
I'm ready for the first break.
All right, let's do it.
All
right, let's do it. TeamBoydTV Turbo is sponsored by Domain.com. In today's connected world, it's kind of hard to be heard or to get noticed. That's why an online presence is so vital. If you have a brand to promote, relying on social media just doesn't cut it these days. Although social media is a powerful way to build a following, there is nothing like having your own hosted website. That's where Domain.com comes in. Domain.com offers the very best in web hosting services, and with plans starting at just under $4 a month, it's super affordable as well. And now, because you guys are awesome Team Boyd TV Turbo subscribers, you can get yourself a sweet combo deal if you go to TeamBoydTV.com and click the Domain.com button. Once you click the button, you get redirected to the Domain.com promo page, where once you sign up and use the promo code DOMFREE, that's DOMFREE, you can get yourself a free domain name. That's a free website that you can use to build your audience. And Domain.com web hosting is packed with bonus features too. Check this out. All web hosting plans come with $100 Google AdWords bonus, $50 Yahoo/Bing search marketing credit, $50 in Facebook advertising, a free YellowPages.com listing, and get this, a free toll-free phone number if you live in the U.S. And if you're like me and you know nothing about website design, Domain.com even has the awesomely easy drag-and-drop site builder to get you up and running right away. So what are you waiting for? There's no excuse not to get your online presence rolling right now. Remember, go to TeamBoydTV.com, click the Domain.com button, and use the promo code DOMFREE to get your free domain to use for your website today. All right, and welcome back to Team Boyd TV Game Time. So listen, as I mentioned before the break, and it just happened a few hours ago, Ray Rice and the NFLPA and Ray Rice's team of attorneys, they have formally submitted Ray Rice's appeal for his indefinite suspension. Now, before we get into the teams that are kind of already got their eyes on him and they foaming at the mouth already, wanting to get their hands on him, I want to know, because we you know, me and you got into a little bit of a Twitter beef today.
Right.
We got into a little bit of a Twitter beef, and so listen, I know how you feel about it.
Right.
But they want to know how you feel about it.
It's just way too soon for this.
Okay.
He should have left it alone. I mean, right now he is the scar of the NFL.
Wow, that's
he is the black eye of the NFL right now.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's either him or Roger Goodell. I don't know.
It's too early to be talking about a return to the NFL or playing football. Football should not be his main concern right now. It should be his family and his wife working on whatever he needs to work on. But football should be the last concern right now.
Now, you know, as much as I kind of agree with that, but as you know, somebody that's protecting his own interests, I feel like, you know, this is his livelihood we're talking about. He can't just sit back and let this thing play out. We got to be, now listen, whether the suspension gets appealed or whatever the case may be, this man still got to work. This man still got to provide for his family. I'm just saying, going forward, he still has to do that. I'm just saying.
You know how I hate that expression. I gotta feed my family.
I understand.
When you make millions of dollars, cut back.
Right. Well,
cut back.
Right. Well, no, he's gonna be okay for this year.
Yeah, and next year and the year after.
Well, if he
cut back.
If he was smart, right?
Cut back,
right.
dude.
But so you saying this? You don't want to see this man work ever again?
I'm not saying that. Just not now.
Right.
Step away from it.
Well,
I mean, you know, people are like, oh, you said in the tweet all that he's been through. He's been through 5 minutes.
Look, you say 5 minutes.
This thing came out.
Okay, so if that had been you that made a mistake, no matter what it was, now in his case it was some slapping, his then fiance.
Domestic violence.
Okay, that's what it was, right? But let's just say it was you who did something.
Some violence.
Or whatever it was. It could be what like Jameis Winston, who was stealing them crab legs, whatever the case may be. Whatever, right? And you are vilified nationally by the media, by your employer, right? Who weeks before expressed all the support for you,
right?
And then all of a sudden they done cut you off, right. And then the league that you work for, after seeing what the organization did, they cut you off too.
Right.
He done been through it all,
right.
Okay? And I'm just saying, short of going to jail, right? Short of going to jail. Right. And the thing I don't understand about you is when this Michael Vick thing went down. And he went to jail, and he came out. You was like, "Yeah, y'all need to stop talking about Michael Vick like that. The man done did his time."
You see the key word? The man has done his time.
So what do you want to happen to Ray Rice?
I want Ray Rice to take this year off.
He's gonna take. He ain't got no choice but to take this year off.
What is the appeal process?
The appeal is he wants, like right now, the suspension is indefinite.
Right. So take this time off. Don't even approach it. Step away from it. Focus on Ray. Let me finish.
Okay.
Focus on Ray. Worry about Janae. Worry about baby girl Ray Rice.
Right.
Focus on that. Then after that year, after the season, then approach the commissioner.
Well,
listen, this is what I've done. This is what I've been doing. This is where I'm at.
Right.
This is where I see I made a mistake. This is how I've got myself together.
Yes.
Call somebody like Tony Dungy.
Tony Dungy?
Put the work in. Put the work in. You call even if you don't like Tony Dungy, it makes you look credible.
It does. But here's the thing, though.
That's what it's all about. See, public opinion.
This is the point I think you're missing, though. There's a timetable to these things. And and you can't afford to wait till next year to do it.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
You don't. I didn't say wait till next year. You wait till the season is over.
Yeah, but the way that
this season is done for Ray.
It is.
So
not for his case, though.
So why are you stressing it?
But
let it go. Sit somewhere. Drink a Pepsi. Chill.
He only has a certain amount of time before he can put his appeal in.
Chill.
I'm just saying,
you shouldn't appeal it. That's the thing. Stop appealing it.
You have to appeal it, man.
No, you don't. You put yourself in for reinstatement afterwards. By you appealing it, it says, I don't respect what you've done.
Oh, no. See, now, I think you're taking it way out of context.
That's what it says. I think you're taking it way out of context. If I appeal what you have given me as a punishment, then I'm saying that I don't agree with it.
See, I think it says, I understand that I need to be punished, but that's a little severe, don't you think?
Do you think a year is too much?
Look, I'm all about a year. But it ain't just a year. It's indefinite. Josh Gordon had a year. And it was set in stone, and it was printed 1 year.
Right.
Ray Rice is indefinite. That's different.
That means we need to think about letting you back into the league. That's what that says. We need to think about letting you back into the league.
So what do you think about the teams that are expressing interest in this, trying to see how this case is going to unfold?
As desperate as my Giants, if they better not be in the hunt for
You know what? I should have got the list together for you.
I may have to ban them as a team for a moment.
I should have got the list together for you, but I didn't get a chance to do that.
Nobody should be shopping Ray Rice right now. Leave him alone. Let the man go do something with family and friends. Chill out.
I don't know, man. I just think that, the dude still needs to think about business. I mean, I understand he's going through some stuff, but, at the end of the day, he still got to, protect his family. I'm just saying.
Well, we know he can.
Oh, wow. Moving on. Wow. That is crazy. Moving on. Story came out this weekend. Sometime this weekend. Was it Friday or Saturday? I can't remember. With Adrian Peterson. Pictures come out, him, then beat his kid. Let me stop saying beat because I don't like when people say that. He disciplined his child with a switch, left marks on the kid, a couple of open wounds. Country is in a tizzy about this right now. I did a podcast about it earlier today, so I think I pretty much put all my thoughts out there. But they want to know how you feel about it.
I guess the one thing is that I've always said is when you know better, you have to do better.
Yes, absolutely.
And I understand that mentality of that mindset. As a child growing up, you were supposed to be seen and not heard.
Absolutely.
And if you got out of line, you got a spanking.
Right.
That was just the norm. And that's the way it is. And I'm not going to just put that in the black community because I feel like years ago, in most communities, that's the way it was.
Absolutely.
The parents had to say so. You listened to the parents. And if you did not, you got disciplined.
Yes.
Whether that was things taken away or whether it was a spanking. Mm-hmm. So for me, I have never been hit with a switch. I've never had to go pick my switch or any of that stuff out. Right. My mother being from the South, she has had that experience where they tell you go get your switch or whatever. Right. Mm-hmm. In 2014, there is no reason for Adrian Peterson to be taking a switch and hitting his child.
I agree.
We know how to communicate better. Mm-hmm. We know how to talk. This child is 4.
Yes.
A 4-year-old doesn't need to be beaten to the point that they're bleeding. Right. You're doing too much.
Yes. I 100% agree.
You're doing too much at that point.
Yes.
Then I'm like, you're Adrian Peterson. If you are that frustrated with your kids, get a nanny. It tells me that you don't, first of all, one, have a relationship with your 4-year-old because you don't need to beat a 4-year-old.
You're right about that.
So it tells me that you're not around your own child enough to really know what's going on here. That's a major problem.
Mm-hmm. Can't say I disagree with none of that. My whole thing was, and for me, I'm always looking past the surface stuff. And I know you whatever's on the surface gets you all riled up. I like to dig a little deeper, right? I do. My issue ain't with, did Adrian Peterson abuse his kid? I think he went too far. I agree with what you said. First of all, you Adrian Peterson. Why you disciplining your kid with a switch anyway? You shouldn't even have to do all that. I agree with all of that. But the whole thing about people hearing the word switch, seeing the welts and the bruises, and acting a fool about it, that right there is what I had an issue with. Because I know that's common for me.
But you made a point in your podcast today that I wanted to address when you said, oh my goodness, it just slipped right out of my mind. Oh man. When you said that's the way it was.
Yes, that's the way it was. That's the way it used to be.
Right.
Yes.
This is the point I want to talk about. Mm-hmm. When you talk about children that you saw that were undisciplined.
Yes.
I am for discipline.
Oh yeah.
There is a limit to it. Mm-hmm. And it's different things for different children at different times in their life. Yes. The punishment must fit the crime. Right. There is never a crime where your child should be bleeding from hitting.
No, you're absolutely right about that. Yes.
You've gone too far.
Yes. I mean, obviously.
You've gone too far. Yes. That's the bottom line of it. You then call this child's mother and tell her, like you giving her the heads up. Yeah. You're not going to be happy with what I've done. So that means to tell me that you already know that you've crossed the line.
Right. Yes. I mean,
so what really happened? This kid pissed you off, you got frustrated? How many parents have got to a breaking point where they've been frustrated and maybe went a little bit too far?
I told a story about it. Okay. You know what I mean? I told a story about it.
So it happens.
Yes.
It does happen.
It does.
But this is my thing. He has too many resources to be somewhere beating his kids from frustration.
You're absolutely right.
That's single mothers. That's parents that don't have any alternative. You're a freaking celebrity with resources out the wazoo.
Yes.
There's no excuse for that.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But again, I don't disagree with none of that. I just seeing the country and the media respond to this the way they have. Same way with the Ray Rice situation. When again, we're going back to this again because we're going to be talking about this for the next couple weeks. When the story first broke and everybody saw the video of him dragging old girl out of the elevator, it was like, ooh, but yeah, whatever. But then that second tape came out and the country was in complete shock. They saw these pictures of this little boy and they act like they ain't never seen a kid what they look like after they get hit with a switch. It's crazy to me.
I don't think the shock is about...
It's crazy to me.
About what he looked like getting hit by a switch. Yeah. I think the shock is about, first of all, that this was not just welts from a switch. Right. This is a bleeding mark. What? This little boy was hitting his genital areas. What are you doing?
So you speaking, and you already alluded to it, but you speaking like a... Again? Mm-hmm. Again. I wonder how long it's been up. Go get it real quick.
Can't you exit it right
now? No, I can't. It's over there, babe. It's right there. I guess I'm gonna have to just fix it. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Oh yeah. I'm just you got it because you get the mouse over here. No, I see the mouse over here. Just gotta move it to the. Yeah. Okay. For a second, I guess I need to update that, whatever it is. What is it, like iTunes or something? No, I guess I need to update. I guess I do. I don't know.
That's me leaving the studio.
I know, right? I'm just saying, But yeah. But what I was saying was you are speaking like somebody, and again, like you say, you never got with a switch before. The switches, they break the skin. That's what they do. I'm just saying, they completely break the skin. They put whelps all over you. That's the way it works.
Yeah, but don't you think that's too far?
Well,
for a 4-year-old child?
First of all, yes, for a 4-year-old, absolutely. And in 2014, absolutely. But the point I was trying to make is like, I think people were in shock about just the way it went down, like, you know, with it being a switch and things like that.
Right, because of where we live in society. It's what we doing beating a kid with a switch.
You're right. I'm just saying, you know.
What are you doing here, Adrian?
Right. Hey, Justin got jokes, right? Justin say, listen, you need to update your stuff. And I know.
Tell him, Justin, this week too, I don't have to get up out the studio.
First of all, I don't even use iTunes like that. The only reason why I even got that on the computer is because my video editing software needed. So, you know.
We'll update it.
I will update it as soon as we get done. But I probably won't. But, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying.
Your pristine stuff.
Yeah, it's all good. But anyway. You know, in certain parts of the story, we're going to agree on certain parts, but not. Listen, I know. The whole part about the switch, though, you know, I understand how that works. Now.
Listen, I will say this, though.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that public scrutiny.
No.
And none of us have cameras on us. And I guarantee you that if we had cameras following us as public figures, there would be a lot of stuff people would be shocked and appalled.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
just the nature of it.
That's just the way it is, you know.
But knowing that, you have to take that into account. I am disturbed by the fact that Adrian Peterson, and I'm saying him because
he's a public figure.
Right, and he doesn't have the pressures that someone else will have. A lot of people abuse children because, one, they just don't know how to manage children.
Yes.
2, they have too many children.
Absolutely.
And they don't have the resources to take care of those children. Right. And whether it's even though that doesn't make it right, there are help for people like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This man has unlimited resources.
Right.
And if this kid was getting on his nerves that bad, he should have called the nanny or whoever.
Somebody.
Get this kid.
Yes.
Before I heard him.
It's a clear indication that he don't spend enough time with the kids.
Absolutely.
You know, because like I said on the podcast, and you know, because, you know, you see the kid here all the time.
Right.
You know that we don't have to, you know, get into that with the kid.
No.
You know, basically, we communicate to that kid. She sits it, shuts it down, or we look at her, and she shuts it down.
And it's good to go.
And that's because there's a relationship built, there's an expectancy set, there are boundaries set between us and the kid. And clearly, this ain't happening with Adrian Peterson's kid.
No, how often does he see this kid?
Right.
Apparently, it makes you think those things.
Right, absolutely. It does. It absolutely does. Yes.
Sit down, kid.
Right. You know, but him and his brother were playing a video game, and he pushed. They were roughhousing, and so for me, first of all, that don't even seem like enough to make me want to go outside and get a switch and beat no kids down because they doing something like that. I don't know.
So both of them got disciplined.
No,
or just
one. Yeah, just one.
Why is that?
I have no idea.
Why a 4-year-old?
I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea what it was about. But the other question was, before we get into our picks and stuff, the other question was, and people keep asking, like, what should happen to Adrian Peterson? And, you know, and for me, I couldn't really say because...
Okay, I'm going to say what the American protocol is going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to get some training.
Oh, you mean like special classes and stuff like that with Riley Cooper and everybody else?
He's going to get training.
Mm.
And honestly, out of all the things that I feel like the NFL should get involved in, I don't feel like this is one they need to get in.
Right.
This is a child services to me
really
situation. Child services need to get involved, talk to Mr. Peterson, get Mr. Peterson some classes, some training, and keep it moving.
Did you see the story where the mayor of Minnesota is demanding that he get suspended?
Now, Mayor,
I'm just saying.
Don't have me dig up in your business.
Right. Yeah, so the mayor want him done. He want him. Now, this is the same guy who, you know, was in at the game at the press box with the Adrian Peterson jersey on and all. You know.
See, we start the week off hitting women. We end the week off abusing kids.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It is crazy.
Too much.
It is crazy. Now, before the last thought I want to grab from you, you saw the little clip that I played during the podcast earlier with the dudes from Sunday Night Countdown. Mm-hmm. Quickly, what did you think about that?
I thought they each were on different pages with it. I mean, like the idea of this is what happened to them and this is why they're so strong and whatnot. Right. Mm-hmm. But I think when it got down to the actual, just like you and us, the whole switch thing, there was that disconnect. Yes. There was a definite disconnect. Because I'm sure Ray Lewis beats his kids now. The way he was sitting up there, he looked like he'll beat his kids.
You know what I mean? But that's that generational divide.
It is.
I saw this thing on TV these weird people on Fox News or whatever they be, like they use a report on fake wars and stuff, you know, and things like that. They talking about the situation. They had these women up here, these young mothers, and they were talking about how appalled and you know, and how crazy this was. And then I realized, you know, just like we talk about music all the time, there's a generational divide. At a certain point, old school stuff just don't stand the test of time no more.
Right.
And you have to abide by the now. Right. You know, and for Adrian Peterson, he's an old school type of guy. You know, he's all about, you know, grew up in a Christian household, he's all about his Bible. He's very old school. And that kind of just, he brought that with him, and he thought that was the right thing to do. Now, honestly, I don't know what the, you know, I'm with you. I think that the league should back off this one.
Yeah,
I think they should back off this one. You know?
As long as he's getting that you know, child services help or whatever it is, I'm good with that. I think this is something else. This is a different type of situation.
Right. Absolutely. All right, so what we're gonna go is we're gonna take our break, a social media break this time, right?
Okay.
And then when we come back, I'm gonna go ahead and widen this, because this is what happened to you last year. You started slipping at week 2 and 3, and did you ever catch up last year? I don't think you never caught it. I lost
about one game last year.
I think it was about 7. I really do. But we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
I'm so glad things are documented.
Whatever, man. Get social with TeamBoydTV. Like our Facebook page and join us every Sunday during the regular season for the TeamBoydTV Facebook halftime show. You can also follow us on Twitter at TeamBoydTV and at VernieB73. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at TeamBoydTV Turbo for all of our live shows, podcasts, among other things. Be sure to check out our Google Plus page for real-time status update and overall community discussion. TeamBoydTV is also on Instagram, Spreaker, and iTunes. Once again, thank you for watching TeamBoydTV. Okay. We are back, and we're ready to get these picks popping. Hold on.
So last week.
Hold on, we got a tweet from somebody. I don't know who this is. Got to be Justin. Oh no, it's the Maroon Village from last week. He says, I don't think AP had any malicious intent, just intended to discipline his son. And you know what? I agree. It's just that.
I don't think he had any malicious intent.
Right.
I don't think he has the capabilities of, you know.
Right. Yes, it's just, you know, and besides,
it's bad judgment.
Yes, and it's 2014.
Yes, I think he loves his kid.
Absolutely.
I'm not talking about take his kid away from him. Let's not get crazy.
Right.
But I do think he needs a little
some counseling or something. Yeah,
absolutely.
All right. So listen, where were we? Oh, talking about the picks, right?
Yeah. So last week, I was 6-10.
Okay.
You were 9-7. So for the year, you're 17-15. I'm 15-17.
You know, I got to go back and watch the other episodes. I don't know. Somebody that don't sound right to me. I think I'm supposed to have more games than that. You know, I'm supposed to have more games. I really believe that. Let's see here. Let's see. Thursday night is always a divisional matchup in the NFC South between those really, really pathetic Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons, right? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers come into this game 0-2. Looking really, really bad. Atlanta Falcons are 1-1. Atlanta Falcons had a battle with the New Orleans Saints week 1, I think it was. And then they took a beat down by Cincinnati Bengals last week, right? So listen, Tampa needs this win really, really, really bad. They've already taken one divisional loss already, right? They can't afford to take another one. You know what I mean?
Right.
But unfortunately for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they have successfully got beaten by a second-string quarterback in week 1 and a third-string quarterback in week 2.
Right.
They suck. I mean, Lovie Smith, look, that's my boy.
That game last week was horrible.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it
horrible.
was.
Injury timeout, run off.
Yeah.
Really?
You saw that dude was like, oh, he got busted up pretty bad.
It's Atlanta.
Yeah, it's Atlanta, right? I'm taking Atlanta too. Our next game is, look, my San Diego Chargers, boy, they knocked off the Super Bowl. No, they didn't.
Yeah,
they knocked off the Super Bowl champions, right? They knocked off the Super Bowl champions. And now everybody's like, oh, Q, you were saying about them Chargers.
But one thing I would like to point out is that you didn't pick them.
I didn't pick them. I didn't pick them in the game. You know
so how much confidence did you have in them?
I got
not enough.
I got a little bit. I got a little bit. About 46%. You know what I mean?
Did you have them this week?
I got it. Look, the Bills.
They had the Bills.
They had the Bills. They had the Bills, and you saw what happened last week in Buffalo. And Buffalo, that stadium, I've never seen that crowd that live. You know, they got the new owner. The dude was keeping the team there. Fans are super excited about it. The Bills are on fire right now. But I think coming off beating the Super Bowl champions, even though the Chargers are on the road, this week I'm taking the Superchargers.
All right.
Yeah, this week I'm taking them.
I am going to go with my gut.
Oh, what's that gut telling me?
That gut is telling me to go with the Bills.
Wow. Okay. You go with the Bills. That's good. Okay. All right. Look at this one. Now, the St. Louis Rams surprised everybody last week.
They won't do it this week.
They surprised everybody. They're going against Tony Romo.
I'm going to pick the Cowboys.
You know what? I want to pick the Cowboys. I really think I should pick the Cowboys. But whoever this little dude is, Austin, whatever his name is, the third string quarterback dude they got. I mean, he had them dudes playing inspired, and they're going back to the Dome. I think Dallas get upset. Okay. I think they go out to St. Louis, and St. Louis proves once again that they're the real deal. And I'm saying, I know I'm hype off last week's game and what they did to the Buccaneers, but I think this is a good thing. I think that the Rams win this one.
Okay. I'm going Cowboys. I think that Des Bryant is going to walk the dog on them.
Oh, wow. Check out this divisional matchup in the NFC East between Washington and the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Uh-huh. RG3, now, listen, I ain't going to beat a dead horse. You know, I ain't going to beat a dead horse about RG3, but I told people about RG3. Mm-hmm. I told people about RG3. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, RG3,
what did you tell them?
I told people that the minute RG3 should have stayed healthy, because the minute that Kirk Cousins got a chance to get back in this thing again, RG3 ain't coming back. They getting ready to do a whole Kaepernick move on him.
You think so?
Oh, did you see 41 points that Kirk Cousins put up last week? Wow. Did you see that?
Who were they playing against?
I forget who they was playing with. So Bills beat the Chargers at home. That run game the Bills have is a force to be reckoned with. And I understand C.J. Spiller is a monster. He talking about, that's Maroon Village talking about the previous game. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I got the Bills.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. I think
Chargers don't travel well.
I know, but they think, look, they high right now. Okay, beat the Super Bowl champions. First ones to do it. The same.
So what you got in this one?
I was telling people about Kirk Cousins, man. Kirk Cousins is the real deal. Kirk Cousins is the real deal. Look.
Did they play the Jaguars or did they play like the first round team? They played the Jaguars, for goodness sake.
41 points by the backup. That's all what I'm saying. 41 points by the backup.
If no one is playing defense, I could score 41.
How many touchdowns were scored before RG3 went out of the game? I don't think none was scored. I'm just saying. Philadelphia Eagles.
You got the Redskins?
No, I ain't got no Redskins.
Okay. So why are we even having this
with the Philadelphia Eagles? Because they're at home. You know, Nick Foles is still looking pretty good. You know what I mean? He's doing all right. Who is this tweet from? Let's see who this is before we move to the next game. This is Maroon Village. Good defensive pressure will force Nick Foles to make mistakes. Washington wins.
You're wrong, Maroon Village.
We Philadelphia, right? I don't know. I mean, you know.
Philly's got this one.
Washington like to put the football on the ground, man. Your game at home. Second game in a row at home, right? Houston Texans coming to MetLife. The Texans they rolling right now.
You got the Texans?
I got the Texans, man.
As the true Giants fan that I am, I have the Giants.
Man. Now, the Giants can make a statement right here, though. If they're going to beat somebody.
Listen.
If they're going to beat somebody early.
Let me tell you something right now. Stop clowning my team.
I'm trying to be super serious right now.
You're not.
You turned this into a joke.
You being so sarcastic.
If I wanted to do you like y'all did me on the show last week,
sarcastic.
I could do that. But I'm not going to do that. And besides, you wore your welcome out on TeamBoydTV Live. You know what I'm saying? All right, moving on. Minnesota Vikings. Maybe AP will play, maybe not. But they go into the Superdome to get roasted by the New Orleans Saints, who are very upset right now.
Oh, they're 0-2.
They're 0-2.
And
you know what? I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world.
I'm sure
I love it to death. You know, I love it to death. And I'm going to tell you, I'm picking the Saints to win this game because they should.
But you would love to see them lose.
If they lose against the Vikings. Oh, my God. I'm going to be hard to... Yeah.
I know it.
I'm just saying,
I know it.
All right.
Come on, Saints.
Moving on. The Tennessee Titans been playing pretty decent. They 1-1. And they're going against the Bengals, who are 2-0.
And they're going to be
they're going to be 1-2.
Yeah,
Cincinnati playing really, really good right now, man.
You can't fool with them Bengals.
I think that the Bengals are the class of the AFC.
I would agree.
AFC North. I think they own it right now.
Brother-in-law.
I know, right? I'm saying. Even though the Ravens did play good last week. Maroon Village says Texans beat the Giants. JJ will score another touchdown. Sorry, Vernie. JJ Watt scored that touchdown. That was pretty crazy.
I know it, but I'm picking my Giants. I am a Giant fan. I will not pick against my team.
All right, so
not gonna do it, YouTube Nation. Not gonna do it.
So listen, you picked the Bengals over the Titans, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, so we move on, and we get another divisional game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns.
This is a scary matchup.
It's a very scary matchup, and I think both of these teams have lost the division game already, right?
The Browns lost to.
The Browns lost to Pitt. No.
Yes, they lost to Pitt.
They lost to Pitt, and then the Ravens lost to the other team. What's the other team?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, yes.
Did they lose to Cincinnati?
Didn't they play the Cincinnati week 1, right?
Did they?
Yeah, I think they did, didn't they?
Okay.
Let's see what he say. He says, whoa, come on. Saints bounce back from the loss to the Browns.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Easy.
We agree.
This was a tough one, though. I like what the Cleveland Browns did against the New Orleans Saints.
Uh-huh.
The defense looked really, really sharp. Actually, Brian Hoyer and Miles Austin, I thought they were really going to be.
Where they at?
They're playing in Cleveland. I thought they were really going to miss Josh Gordon, but other dudes are stepping up. The Ravens played. Look, they ran the ball they ran the ball better with the guys who they got. They got Pierce and they got Forsett. Mm-hmm. They run the ball better with those guys, way better than what they did with Ray Rice last year. Mm-hmm. I still don't trust Joe Flacco's arm. Right, he still had to throw them interceptions. I think the Browns take advantage of that because they play some really, really good defense. I'm going with the Browns.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go with the Browns too. I'm kind of feeling like that's gonna be the first. That's gonna be
right. So wow, the tweets are coming too fast now. It says Ravens versus Browns. What do you say? I gotta find it again. There's too many coming in. Ravens versus Browns. One name, Agent 89. You know what? I'm gonna say it, and as a Panthers fan, I'm gonna say it. Steve Smith is playing out of his mind right now. Steve Smith is playing. Steve Smith is the offensive weapon in Baltimore right now, and everybody was talking about, he's number 3. No, Steve Smith is the offense.
Yeah.
In those 2 running backs, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Steve Smith's gonna get off, and that's the safety net for Joe Flacco. But still, I just feel like he make too many mistakes. The Browns gonna capitalize. I'm going with the Browns.
I'm going with the Browns too. They play their division hard.
They do. All right. So the Green Bay Packers, who surprisingly are, and this is a divisional game too, right? Yeah. Surprisingly, they are not playing up to the par that I thought they were going to be playing at.
They just barely got that game against the Jets.
Yes. And I don't know what happened to Detroit. Now I ain't gonna take nothing from Detroit because I know what kind of team the Carolina Panthers are, especially at home. Detroit didn't play Detroit football when they came to Carolina last week. 7 points, the Detroit Lions? No.
Right.
That don't supposed to happen.
Right.
Any other team, that doesn't happen. I think the Green Bay Packers show up in there, and I think Green Bay is a better home team than they're a road team. I think they roll up into Detroit, and they take a L. I'm going with the Detroit Lions on this game.
How could you go with the Lions? That's who I'm going with.
Well, I mean, I think you just kind of...
I know you are not even going there.
Okay, we got another divisional matchup. Wow, the Colts are 0-2. Can you believe that? Did you think going into the season?
Okay, I'm picking first. So you think I'm after you. Mm-hmm. I would not believe that the Colts will be 0-2. Mm-hmm. I'm actually very shocked that the Colts are 0-2. Mm-hmm. And the problem is that they start slow.
They start very slow.
And then they have to play catch up.
Yeah.
However, this is their week to get their win against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Really?
This is their division matchup. If they don't get this win, it's done for the Colts.
Can you imagine they start 0-3 and then they lose a divisional game to the Jacksonville Jaguars? You can take the Indianapolis Colts out of the playoff picture.
You really can. I give them Denver.
Yeah.
Tough matchup.
Right.
I give you Eagles.
Right.
That offense is high and flying.
Right.
But Jacksonville, if you lose to Jacksonville, I'm going to need you to sit down.
Okay, so Maroon Village says the Packers have a weak O-line and defense that isn't that solid, but with Aaron Rodgers, they'll squeeze out a win. I disagree, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens next week.
You got the Colts.
I like what they're doing in Jacksonville. I do, but I just think
you can't rely on them.
Nah. It's just that they real bursty. They can't sustain.
Right.
You know, that kind of thing. So I think they're gonna give Andrew Luck and the boys a run for their money though. But I think the Colts win.
Yeah, it's time for the Colts.
All right, so we move on to this game that nobody cares about. Oakland goes up to Gillette to face the Pats. I love the fact that the Pats are 1-1. Forgot who they got. Who did they get? They got beat by somebody that was comical. Forget who it was. They got
Miami.
Yeah, Miami. Yes. Well, that wasn't that comical. Yeah. But
I don't know how expected it was.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy one for the Patriots though. They playing at home. They'll run the score up on the Raiders. The Raiders ain't ready for nothing right now.
No.
They're ready for rebuild mode. That's what they're ready for. Okay. We got a divisional matchup, which I think this is going to be a really good game.
That Cardinals was going to get 49ers.
The 49ers they took a hard loss last week. And you know what's funny? It says, this is what Maroon Village says. The Colts don't have a pass rush. The D-line is weak. Can't depend on Andrew Luck all the time. You're absolutely right about that, especially when he's playing from behind. You know, it's just, you can't do it. Says, I turned the game off, you know, and came in here to do some stuff on the computer because I just knew the game. I knew the game was in the bag.
Right.
And then, you know, I'm sitting on the computer just filling around and an alert comes through. The Chicago Bears done won the game. Colin Kaepernick then threw mad interceptions. The whole everything broke down. Now listen, a lot of
but Wednesday night you're gonna have your hands full because JB called this.
He did.
He called it on on games.
He did. But a lot of 49ers fans, and I've seen this on YouTube all day, yesterday and today, and I even saw it during the game on Twitter. A lot of 49ers fans were saying that the refs were trying to throw the game. There was a lot of flags in that game, and that game was dragging out in the first half because the game was like it was crawling by because every other play was a flag. Listen, it was crazy.
Did the refs throw the 3 interceptions that Colin Nick?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so just let it go. You lost.
The refs can sway a game though. People don't want to believe that. The only time you cool with that is when it's in your favor. Stop. You know what I mean? I understand it was a tough loss.
Sometimes there's too many flags thrown.
Yes.
However, they didn't throw any balls to the other team.
Right. Yeah. They didn't. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, but here's another interesting note that I found that I kind of like. The Carolina Panthers roll into Candlestick.
Wait a minute. Pause.
Yeah, I gotta put it out there.
What game you going with here? Panthers ain't on the screen here.
What about the Panthers beating the Candlestick and closing the stadium down?
We talking about
and then they get beat by the Chicago Bears. Okay. All right. So listen,
Lord have mercy.
The Cardinals playing at home in a toaster, right? Cardinals win. Kaepernick will throw a couple more interceptions.
I agree.
John Brown torches the 49ers defense as well.
Cardinals.
I like the Cardinals in this game too. I think the Cardinals special teams is going to show up in this game, and the Cardinals defense is going to be ferocious. If Colin Kaepernick thought he had a bad game last week, this is going to be bad.
Because he didn't look good in the game against the Cowboys, to be honest. The Cowboys just sucked.
That's right.
That week.
Okay. Y'all be getting on my case about stuff. This is a good game. This is a pretty good game. This is our game of the week. During Broncos travel to Seattle. Now, here's the big question. The Seattle Seahawks just took a loss. They're the first loss since they won the Super Bowl to the San Diego Chargers. On the road, mind you, not at home. But this is the same team that they blew out of the water in the Super Bowl, right? They're playing at home.
Sorry, Glass. Seattle's got this one.
See, here's the thing. No one paid Manning the way I do, right? And knowing, how that team like to rally around this guy. I think we see the Seattle Seahawks. Like, I think we talked about this on TeamBoydTV Live during the was breaking the divisions down. The Seahawks gonna struggle this year. They gonna fall into a skid. And I'm telling you, the Chargers already done set it up. And I don't like throwing this word around, but the blueprint is out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't like throwing it around. And I'm saying Peyton Manning is a very smart guy.
He is.
You know what I mean? I think the Seahawks gonna take that L at the link. I think it's gonna happen.
I don't know. Peyton doesn't seem to be playing as good this year so far.
No, he really hasn't.
I mean, they haven't been throwing up a whole lot of points.
No, they really haven't.
Like they normally have.
I think they missed Marshawn Moreno, honestly.
Could be.
Yeah.
I just think that Seattle got a serious reality check.
Yes.
So I'm like teetering on this one.
Hey, Maroon Villager says Peyton won't lose twice to the Seahawks. That might sway your opinion a little bit.
You know how much I love Peyton.
Right.
So Maroon, I'm gonna ride with you. I'm gonna go Broncos.
Wow, people are picking against the Seahawks. That is weird. That is so weird that to see that, but it's happening, right? The next game we got is the Kansas City Chiefs. Listen, man. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Miami Dolphins. They both look. The Chiefs are 0-2. This team had a 10-0 start last year. Alex Smith just got paid.
Where they at?
Jamal Charles got hurt last week, man. It was crazy stuff happening.
Killed
my fantasy. Look, Jamal Charles, he might not even play.
Listen, Jamal Charles was hurt, but they almost won. They almost tied that game up against the Broncos.
I don't know, man.
You going Miami?
Miami beat New England. You know what I'm saying?
You going Miami?
I'm rolling with Miami, man, because
I'm going Kansas City.
Because the Chiefs starting to get on my nerves a little bit. I need to straighten it up. All right. So this one right here is my game, right?
Talk all you want.
No, it's not, because this is the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? I'm just saying, it ain't really much to talk about here. You know, they got Antonio Brown, which I think is a very, viable weapon. Le'Veon Bell, LeGarrette Blount, they're rushing attack, but people don't run against Carolina. And, I don't know. I just feel like at home, we building a nice little culture at Bank of America. And I'm going to say it, ain't no wins in Mikasa. People don't come in Bank of America and get wins, man. Look, it's going to be a good game.
I haven't picked the Panthers.
No, you haven't. Not yet.
And I don't know if I'm going to start.
Wow. Really? You know we're going to Baltimore with 3-0, right? I'm just saying, you know this, right?
I don't know here.
Come on, man. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers, man.
I mean, they're like, what are they, 1-1?
The Steelers are 1-1, yeah. So Alex Smith has been exposed. Jamal can't stay healthy. Derrick Johnson out for the season. Dolphins win. Yes, he agreed with me.
Watch, I'll pick the Panthers and then y'all will lose and y'all will blame me.
We're definitely going to blame you because you will be the only reason why we lose. It would be because you picked them. No other reason whatsoever.
I'm going Pittsburgh just for that. Just for that, I'm going Pittsburgh.
That is hilarious.
Oh, they whip up on y'all. I'm going Pittsburgh.
Good. I like it that way.
I won't sing this song because JB banned it, but
don't say the song. This is our last game. Chicago Bears coming off a really, really good victory up at Candlestick, going to New York to face Geno and the boys. Look at them stats, man. They look way better than the Bears.
I saw Brandon Marshall do that one-handed catch.
Brandon Marshall, man.
And I was like, that dude is the truth.
Ain't no way in the world the Chicago Bears should be struggling the way they do with Alshon Jeffrey and that freak Brandon Marshall, man. It's crazy to me. Maroon Village says Panthers smashed the Steelers. Their defense is suspect. KB13 will get 2 touchdowns, 27-6. It's a lot of points for the Carolina Panthers. I'm just saying it is.
You'll take it.
I will definitely take it all day. Man, I don't know. Geno though,
he's been looking pretty good. I mean, they almost beat the Packers. Yeah.
Chris Johnson, he kind of making us, mark in New York. He's doing all right. This one, I don't know. I just think when you get a little momentum going, especially when you knock off a big foe like the San Francisco 49ers, man, and it was a road win, so they on the road again. I like Chicago in this game,
I like Chicago too.
Yeah. All right, I think that's all our games.
All right.
That's everything. Let's see if I can get the screen back up. Wow, that's a lot of. How many games? Oh, it's 16 games. Okay. So that's the show, and I don't know how many games we had different this week.
Not that many.
Hey, Justin, I'm going to update that iTunes thing because I know it's the second week in a row it done popped up on us like that. It's crazy.
5 different.
5 different. That's a big gap right there.
That's a nice gap.
It's a nice gap. I like it. I wanted to see how you guys felt about this, man. I wanted to do something different next week for this show. You know how we do the live tweets on the show on TeamBoydTV Live. I kind of wanted to do something different for Game Time. I wanted to see if we could do live Facebook for Game Time, and we had put the Facebook stuff up on the screen somewhere. But the Facebook page is facebook.com/TeamBoydTV official. Go over there, like the page. We'll try it next week to see how it works because I think Facebook just works a little quicker than the YouTube comments, obviously. But Twitter is always nice. I mean, I love me some Twitter. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love me some Twitter. And that kind of thing. I feel good about this. That's that. Listen, I'm planning a really, really nice Black and Blue podcast tomorrow. It's gonna be an early show, like the one was today. You know what I mean? So it won't be no special guests and nothing like that. And I made a silly video earlier this week. Because we had won the game, whatever. It's like my reaction video. But, Black and Blue Podcast, we'll talk about the X's and O's and we'll get down to brass tacks. The Maroon Village says Geno will continue to progress Jets run game and defense will be good, but Bears win. I agree with that. We also this Friday, because we said it last week, so it's this Friday, the TeamBoydTV pink shirts for the Susan G. Komen breast cancer. They go on sale next Friday at TeamBoydTV.com/shop. The shirts will be there. You can go and check out all the pink ones that we put up there. Should be good. They're going on sale this Friday. So I'm looking forward to y'all to represent that. And look, anybody who end up ordering the shirts, I would love for you guys to go over to the TeamBoydTV Instagram, put the pictures up there, man. We love seeing you guys, rock those TeamBoydTV shirts, man. Makes us feel good, and I like, rocking mine, so it's nice, So we'll see you guys on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. If you ain't got nothing, boo.
Well, I want them to do the Team Bernie B and Team Big Q.
Oh, yeah. Well, because I kind of forgot about it this week because I didn't have my graphic or whatever.
Yeah, you got to get that graphic updated, man.
I got to update
because this week, I think my picks are pretty good, and they want...
listen. Go ahead.
You're struggling to catch up to me because I got 2 seasons of TeamBoydTV.
We've only been on the air for 4 seasons.
That's right, and I have half of them.
Well, okay, at the end of this season, we'll be tied.
Whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
So back up.
So listen, and we'll start that back up next week. Team Vernie B versus Team Big Q, because I kind of got off the track. Look, I've been on this Panther stuff, man. I've been kind of representing. I forgot. I got a lot of stuff on my plate. You know what I'm saying?
Everything go back to the Panther.
I got a lot of stuff on my plate. But yeah, we'll do that because we got to give away some of these free T-shirts on week 4. Mm-hmm. So on week 4, we got to give away these T-shirts. So go ahead and send your tweets. Use the hashtag Team Vernie B. If you like Vernie's picks, use the hashtag Team Big Q. If you like Big Q's picks, starting from this week. We'll do this week and next week. We'll tally up the votes, and then we'll do a random drawing and see who gets the free gift certificate, the spread shirt, to get their TeamBoydTV shirt. That sound good? Sound good to you? Okay, cool. Anyway, that's all I think I got. I'm Big Q.
I'm Vernie B.
I guess we'll see y'all tomorrow night, TeamBoydTV live, early tomorrow, probably around 2 o'clock. Black and Blue podcast for all my Panther fam. We'll be doing that. I guess I'll see y'all then. That's it, right?
All right.
All right, we out.
Peace.
Peace.